Detroit is the greatest!
Straight up light you on fire for a Coney dog right now.
Darren McCarty comes back with Neiman in front of him. McCarty draws. McCarty in. McCarty scores! A magnificent goal! Darren McCarty!
Motor City Sports Rant, DetroitSportsPodcast.com. I'm Benny Stubbs. Sitting across from me is John Macaroon. That intro is way too long. It's getting out of control. We're going to have to shorten that up. I missed last week, and I apologize. That will not happen again, and I promise. John Macaroon.
Vinny, what's happening? I'm really excited. Actually, it's a Monday, kicking off the sports week. I'm excited to talk about everything that happened in the world of Detroit sports with you and talk about the Lions. Big news with the Tigers.
Yeah.
We got to break down Reggie Jackson a little bit. Little faux pas that he made. So it's fun. Fun times, man. What's going on with you, though?
Oh, me? I'm doing really well right now. Just really distraught. I work a lot of hours, and I'm just trying to do this podcast, and it's relentless, dude. So anyway, listen.
How you feeling? You recovered from the Eagles' disastrous play. I'm surprised Chip Kelly still has a job as we speak. I'm surprised.
This is what it is, and I'm going to tell you this right now. The players on the Eagles don't want to play for Chip Kelly, flat out, and it's kind of obvious. I don't want you guys getting too excited because this is Detroit, and I'm not going to talk about the Eagles. They're a disaster, but they're only a game and a half out. They might be a game out. My God, is that division disgraceful. Listen, John, relax. I want you to calm down for a minute.
NFC least. Wow, what a terrible division.
Did you see what Rich Eisen said about the Lions?
The biggest direction.
Yeah, I was shocked. You like that?
The biggest direction I got from Mrs. Ford.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He was, 3-game winning streaks in the NFL make everyone go crazy. Like, oh my gosh, everyone's talking 9-7. Everyone's back on the bandwagon. Rich Eisen's like they can do it. They're going to lose at least one more game.
Right.
Even if they finish 8-8, that's what I predicted them to be at. They're not making the playoffs. Calm down, everybody.
And
just enjoy good football.
Right. And before you threw me off, John, not only are they're not going 8-8, they're going to do worse than that. They're probably going to go 6-10. Philadelphia gave up. Oakland's they're very young, and Lambeau, I don't know what the hell's going on. Green Bay needs to find themselves. But the Lions are still a train wreck. And if they do somehow win the next 5 games and go 9-7, dude, they need to fire Jim Caldwell flat out. I hope they don't win. I don't want them to win. They're 4-7. I want them to lose the rest of their games, get a decent draft pick, and move towards the future.
Listen, everything that's going around the Lions indicates that they're going to make big changes. Yes, they're playing for Caldwell. That's great. The team hasn't given up. They're playing a better brand of football. Jim Bob Cooter's got the offense doing a lot better. They are not turning the ball over as much, so it's more fun to actually watch the games. But I do believe with the moves that they made, bringing on Ernie Accorsi to lead the charge in terms of bringing in a new general manager, I do believe they're doing the right things, and it's a good sign to see them not quit. But where was this good play earlier in the year versus teams that actually were good? If you just look at the stats, the Lions are getting these wins versus defenses ranked in the 20s.
Right.
When they played any defense at all ranked in the top 10, they lost every game.
I agree.
So, okay, good. You're beating the teams that are garbage and that are playing like garbage. I'm curious to see what they're going to do this Thursday versus Green Bay. If they win that, they go 5-7.
They can't win that.
Yes, they can.
They can cover the spread. I don't know if they'll win that.
They've won now several games versus Green Bay. Last year they won at Ford Field. They won this year at Lambeau. They're playing a better brand of football. That's good. But I don't think it's going to be enough no matter what to keep everybody in their job because Ernie Accorsi is going to go out there. He's going to bring. I have faith he's going to go out there and bring the best talent, the best general manager for this job. And hey, they may keep Caldwell, but I do think that with better players,
no, they're not keeping Jim Caldwell. Shut up! Don't even talk like that.
You don't think there's a chance?
Dude, he's the worst head coach the Lions have ever had. The guy's terrible. They actually have talent, and they cannot win. I don't give a damn about the 3-game winning streak. I don't give a damn about it.
You don't think he could get back?
Oh my God, would that
to
be
10
a
wins
Ford
with him?
Move to keep his ass?
You don't think so at all, huh?
No,
they can't get back to 10, 11 wins with him.
Maybe it's possible. I don't think the players really want to play for the guy too much. But they haven't given up on him like the Eagles given up on Chip Kelly. But who cares if he goes 10-6 again next year? They bring his ass back. They won't win. They won't win the wild card. So no, I don't want him coming back.
No, I
want them building towards the future.
I agree with you. A lot of people say that he's a terrible in-game manager, but you can see that the moves that they've made in terms of brooming out the garbage, the former offensive line coach, the former general manager, the former offensive coordinator, the moves that they've made have kind of turned things around. I just wish that this would have happened a lot earlier in the year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not rocket science to know that Matt Stafford's a gunslinger, and He needs to get the ball to Calvin Johnson and throw the ball deep. It's not rocket science. And Matt Stafford probably still isn't even that great. They just played a really bad defense on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and Vinny, it's not rocket science to know that, hey, if you get any semblance of a running game, it makes the offense flow so much better. You look at everyone in the media, you and I, Jason, Adam, everyone on the network talked about, hey, use Theo Riddick. What's taking so long? And now, after the halfway point of the season, since the bye week, he's looking like a much better, healthier version of Reggie Bush. They're getting him the ball in the screen game. He's doing a lot offensively, and he's a guy that's producing. Joique Bell's healthier. They're throwing the ball to Kelvin in the red zone. They're doing things that you're supposed to do, and they're not making the mistakes.
Right.
You know, they've only had one turnover since the bye week.
Really?
Just one. So they're keeping the ball. They're, marching up and down the field. They're playing a much better brand of football. Now, but you do have to take into account they're not playing great teams. But hey, in the past, we used to lose to those teams. So I'm happy they're playing great. It's about really starting over and rebuilding a franchise in terms of getting to that point where you can say, okay, this is a championship level team, a team like New England that wins 10 games year after year. You have to look at it. The Lions haven't won back-to-back 10-game seasons ever in their history. They have not won 10 games 2 years in a row in their history. You believe that?
Yeah, they have. 94, 95.
No.
They go 9-7 there? They made the playoffs twice.
Yeah. I'm
Back-to-back
saying,
seasons.
10-win seasons.
Oh.
Yeah, You haven't done it. Look it up.
I believe you, dude.
You should believe me. It's that bad.
They've lost double digits back-to-back.
Yeah. They've gone 0-16.
Back-to-back.
So when you heard that Ernie Accorsi was brought on, do you feel like a lot of people were saying, well, is he actually going to go out there and do a search? Is he going to bring in his boys? But just all you got to do is look to what he did in Chicago. He put in a good system there.
Right.
You know,
I'm not going to lie to you, and I know you know this already, so don't deep fry my testicles. I initially thought that Ernie Accorsi was the GM of the Lions, and I kind of got pissed.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. I was really pissed off about it because I said, dude, no way this guy's 74 years old. This is a terrible move. They said that they're going to hire a firm. They're going to do extensive research to find this guy, and then they hire a guy named Rod Wood. Only the Lions would hire a guy named Rod Wood to be their president, first of all. Second of all, did you hear what he said about the Lions are the only team that he'd ever be qualified to be the president for? That speaks volumes about the organization. And, okay, I'm losing myself here, John. You're pissing me off. So I thought Ernie Accorsi was the GM. I was pissed off about that. But he's a part of the firm. So it's the Phil Jackson factor with the Pistons. And they got Maurice Cheeks in here. That was terrible. That went terribly wrong. So it can go either way. I'm baffled right now. I don't know what to say. It's good and bad. I don't know yet. They have to see who this guy is. If he has no experience, John, I'm going to be pissed off.
Here's the thing. The good news is that you do see that the organization is looking to get outside help. Ernie Accorsi is a well-respected guy. He's the former Giants general manager, and just last year he orchestrated the moves that were made in Chicago in terms of bringing in their general manager and their head coach. And he did the same thing for Carolina. This is a guy that has experience, that I do believe has the confidence of the fans here in Detroit, that he's going to go out there and bring the right guy here. That this hire to bring in the general manager is going to be the right one. You got to have some confidence, right?
No, you can't have any confidence.
You have to have some faith because they can't get every pick right. I mean, look, the Cosmos, Matt Millen on the air yesterday came out and apologized for taking the job. He came out. Did you hear that?
I seen it on Twitter. He should have his balls cut off and put in prison.
I know, like
he said it so facetiously too. I would jump through my phone and beat the hell out of Matt Millen.
Why is he coming through apologizing now after all that mess? Not only did you ruin the franchise, you were instrumental in recommending Martin Mayhew to stay here. Isn't that garbage?
And they did.
And they kept his
ass.
And they kept him.
My God.
Well, I heard that too. I was like, I don't accept your apology, Matt Millen. Spare me. I mean, you had a great job, and the Lions' ineptness allowed you to come here, and you acted like you knew what you were doing, and you brought in head coaches that just gave us terrible sound bites and terrible seasons. And then you were part of the team that went 0-16 before you got fired.
Dude, do me a favor. Whenever you have some free time, look at all the guys that he drafted. When you get a time from 2001 to 2008, look at all the guys that he drafted.
Terrible.
You'll defecate on yourself.
Now I'm curious, dude. You threw your hat in the ring for general manager. Who was that person dressed in all blue? That was fun. You went to the game.
That's my old roommate, man. That's the heckler, dude. You ever seen him before?
No.
The guy that wears a ring on his head. He's a monster.
What went down? You sat by him, or what went down?
Oh, he got me a ticket. All I had to do was buy him a couple beers because no one wants to go to the game. He tried to charge me $50 for the ticket. I'm like, dude, they're playing the Raiders. Yeah, right.
They played pretty good. It was a fun game.
It was 18-13, dude.
Yeah, but we won the game.
Another thing, the Lions have only scored, but besides that game against Philadelphia, which does not count, they've only scored 36 points against Green Bay and then Oakland at home.
That's true. You could say
so. Don't get hard, dude. Philadelphia did not try.
Oh, you're a buzzkill, man.
No, they didn't try at all.
Mm-hmm.
Chip Kelly, dude.
So the thing
You are a bitch, bro. I hate you. I
Exactly.
hate your ass, dude. You are scum.
You know it's bad when Tampa Bay and Jameis Winston throw 45 on you.
Dude, stop it.
Jameis Winston,
They've
Mr.
had 10
Crab.
touchdowns thrown on him in the last 2 weeks. Whew. Why is it Jeffrey Lurie fired?
What do you think? What do you think's wrong with the Eagles? Is it a lot of people
Dude,
made the
Chip Kel-
obvious? Did you see Mike Wilbon blasted him? He
I
said to
didn't see
listen.
it. I don't watch that shit because I don't want to bite off anybody.
Yeah.
I have my own opinion about things.
Yeah, and the basic premise was he went 10-6 2 seasons in a row when he was not the general manager.
Is that the premise?
He got power hungry. He brought in guys. He broomed out guys with
Dude,
talent.
I told you,
and look at this, they're
dictator,
horseshit.
bro. I told you. He's Steve Spurrier 2.0.
It's bad, huh?
He thought he was Jimmy Johnson. Dude, you let Macklin. Well, this is Detroit. We can't do this, okay?
No,
You let Macklin go. McCoy trade it for Kiko Alonso, torn ACL, injury prone, garbage. You trade Nick Foles. I don't really care that they traded Nick Foles. I hated him anyway. But Sam Bradford's worse. They both got benched. Or actually, Bradford's hurt, but he should get benched. I benched him in my life. And dude, listen, it's the NFL. You can't do hurry up off. You cannot do hurry up offense. You take your damn time. You're killing everything.
and
You're killing your defense, and you're killing your offense, and your offense sucks.
if you're Jim Caldwell and you think the Lions media is the Dungeon of Doom, after Thanksgiving, do you know what they asked Chip Kelly? They said, okay, if the players haven't quit, is the problem you? They asked him right to his face, are you the problem? And so I love the Philadelphia media. I love the media that covers New York and Philadelphia. They're right to the point, and if you struggle, they're going to call it out. They said, Chip Kelly, you're the problem, basically, in essence. And he's like, no, I got to figure it out, and I believe in you. I believe in the guys, and these are the guys I picked, and yada, yada, yada. But everyone that's watched the Eagles has said they're a disaster, and it's all Chip Kelly's fault because he put this garbage together.
He put it together. It's his fault. This is his team. This is what he wanted. He wanted the control. He's got it.
But now
4-7.
But now I haven't asked you.
That is not acceptable in Philadelphia. It's acceptable here, but it's not acceptable there. And they will fix this shit.
No, I haven't asked you. Are you of the mindset that if the Lions keep winning or win some more games and their draft stock goes down to like if they draft around like 7 or 10, does that bother you, or did you want them to lose out? Yeah,
I don't know. See, it's really hard.
what do you think about it? Should they
You know,
lose out? Or
no, because they have talent, dude. They had a really, damn it, man. I don't know. It's so frustrating. It pisses me off. They had the talent to win 10 games. I said they'd win 7. Then they started off 1-7, and now they won 3 games in a row. They won at Lambeau. That's one of the reasons I don't want them to lose out. They have enough talent. If they can get a guy that comes in here and can draft, they can pick 15th overall and get a decent pick. If the guy knows what the hell he's doing, the firm needs to be serious. No, I don't want them to lose out. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did go 1-4 to finish the season. It wouldn't surprise me if they went 3-2. But they're not going 5-0.
Listen, if you look realistically at the schedule, the game versus
They can't beat the Saints or the Rams on the road.
they can play just as well. The Saints, I mean, Drew Brees is having some stinker games. The Rams are, kind of exposed now defensively, and their quarterback situation is not the best. Foles got benched,
Right.
So
Keenum, good God Almighty,
yeah,
dude. What was I going to say? Oh, New Orleans didn't score a touchdown on Sunday against Houston.
exactly.
Wow.
So the blueprint's there for how to beat these teams. So I don't think I can, honestly sit here and say I believe that the Lions are going to win out and get to the playoffs. That'd be wild if they went 9-7. But they have a good chance each and every game to at least compete if they play better. They're playing better on defense. They're playing better on offense. So this game versus Green Bay is actually a solid watch.
They're 4th in the division, dude.
I can't wait to watch the
Bears
game.
have to lose and the Packers have to lose.
Listen, I'm not expecting miracles to get to the playoffs, but they have a chance to beat Green Bay. Green Bay's not a world beater. Aaron Rodgers has kind of underperformed this year. We can, with the right defensive scheme at home on a Thursday night, prime time with a maybe a fan base that's going to be excited, I give him a more above average chance.
No, that fan base will not listen, John.
You don't give him a chance for Green
That
Bay.
Oakland Raiders game, I thought I was at a funeral with 60,000 people.
Really?
It was so quiet. There was no roar. Why?
What was going on? Quiet?
It was just quiet. You could hear a pin drop. It was sickening. I did not feel like I was at a football game. And my roommate went to the Eagles game. He said it was the same thing. And that Big Sean halftime show.
All right, let's talk
that
about
was
it.
worse than the team.
Here's my thoughts
Worse than the Eagles.
Here's my thoughts about Big Sean.
Oh my God.
Okay,
You see what Dallas did with Luke Bryan?
Yeah.
I'm not even a country guy. They killed it, man. They make us look like bitches every year.
Listen to this. My boy Kenny, he was like, listen, the Lions bring out a rapper, the Dallas Cowboys bring out a country singer.
Was it Luke Bryan or Kenny Chesney?
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
I was in a food coma by that point. But
Oh, dude, I eat a lot of food.
Green Bay brought out Brett Favre and retired his number. What a way to end Thanksgiving. The Green Bay halftime was way better, even in the rain-soaked, was way better than anything that I saw in the previous 2 games. The games kind of sucked all the way. The night game was a little bit better, but the game sucked.
Detroit cannot do anything right.
Yeah, so they bring out a guy that has a big following nationally, but I think the demographic of the people that were at the game,
They don't want to listen
know
to that trash.
They don't
It's
even
garbage.
They don't even know who he was.
He sucks. Let's be honest.
Now, there was interesting when you looked at it on Twitter, and if you follow us on at Detroit Podcast, you could see the instant reactions of what people thought. The people that watched it at home thought it was absolute garbage. It sounded bad. I thought I was missing something. He wasn't really singing. I think he was lip singing, or he wasn't really performing that well. But the people that were there in the stadium said it sounded pretty decent. But the way it came off was absolute garbage.
It comes off like that every year.
Didn't
you know,
sound
they hold
good.
those United things up in the stands. There's always like 3 blocks missing. It's just total garbage.
I didn't like it at all. Did you?
I hated it 100%.
What made it bad? Like, I'm not a music guy, so I don't know. What made it bad? It didn't sound right? It sounded bad. The crowd actually kind of made it like not a great performance, because they were like, who the hell is this guy? They were quiet, and all they had basically with him was him singing and a group of 10 African American kids with him. That was about it.
Oh my
There was nothing.
God, what a disaster. Rap music has really, really taken a shit the last 10 years. It's garbage. And every rapper, I'll tune through it every now and then, they all sound the same. And they all say the same thing. There's no meaning to anything anymore. So I don't listen to it. I can't stand rap music. It drives me insane.
I feel like if you're going to go out and get a rapper, just get the #1 guy overall in the world. You get Jay-Z, right?
Eminem's from Detroit. Have him go out there. I don't think I've ever seen him at a Lions game.
Do you think the Lions maybe should have got Kid Rock nationally?
No, because he does it every year.
Is
Bob
it
Seger, I don't know. Dude, I hate Detroit, John. I don't know what the hell they should have done.
And you know what sucks about the halftime show is it goes on for like 20, 25 minutes because of the performance. So the Lions are playing great.
Grueling.
And you got to sit there and wait. You're trying to snack on food, trying to wait for the game to come back on, wait for the butt kicking to continue, and you're waiting, and Big Sean's going on and on and on and on. And I don't know. I'm not a fan personally, but if you look on his Twitter page, he's got 8 million followers, so people know who he is. I just don't know who he is, and all I know about him is that he's a rapper and that he loves Detroit and that
He's from Detroit.
He's from Detroit. That's about it. And his performance, though,
Let's
at
not
halftime
talk- let's not talk
wasn't
about
it
him
wasn't that
anymore.
good. So it gives a big thumbs down from Vinny and I.
Yeah. Can't believe we're talking about Big Sean on a podcast.
So you don't think that the Lions have a chance to beat Green Bay, huh? At home.
Yes, I do, and that's what's really sick. And I'm just like everyone else. I'm sick to my. Yes, I think they can do it.
You think they can do it? Okay, so then all they got to do is play well on defense, get some turnovers, and Matthew Stafford's got to keep balling out. You watched the game versus Oakland. How did he do compared to Derek Carr? He did pretty good, didn't he?
They kind of did similar. I don't know. He only scored 18 points at home against a young Oakland Raiders team.
Mm-hmm. You thought he'd do more?
I thought the defense did its job, but I don't think Stafford did really. He didn't do well at all against Oakland.
You want to see more?
I hate to say it, but Jim Bob Cooter's actually doing a really good job. I can't believe Lombardi was that bad. He was terrible. And I guess that was the answer. They needed a different offensive coordinator. And ever since they got that guy in, and Martha Ford went in the locker room, like you said, and chewed all those guys' assholes out, they've been winning. They're 3-0. I think they could beat Green Bay. But did Denver really open up the blueprint against Green Bay, and everyone's just kicking their ass now? Because weren't they just 6-0? They're 1-4 in their last 5 games.
With Green Bay, they've been dealing with the injury of Jordy Nelson.
Right.
And so what happens is, again, football's not that difficult. If you eliminate the deep threat, if you don't open up the offense, then it's really simple. The defense can just stay in the box there, and they can really keep your offense from marching down the field, and it makes the defense job easier. What you want to do with the deep game is you confuse the defense and make them wonder, are you going to pass, are you going to throw? If you're limited and they know you're not going to throw deep, they're just going to sit back and tee off on your run game, and they're going to be there. The corners will challenge the wide receivers, and you're not going to be able to dink and dunk. So that's basically what happened. And then Aaron Rodgers, you've seen maybe like a 10% reduction in his abilities, and he's missing throws. And with his reduction in play, that's the difference between winning and losing in the NFL, where most games are decided by like what, 6 to 10 points. So if Aaron Rodgers isn't Aaron Rodgers and they're not throwing the ball deep and the run game's not there, that's the recipe for disaster. And so that's why the Lions have that blueprint. Can they execute it though? I say no. I think they have a strong chance if they play well, but I think Green Bay is going to play their best game and put forth a strong effort, and I like Green Bay this week.
I think the only shot the Lions have at winning is they have to jump out immediately and start scoring. I mean, a touchdown on the first drive, and the crowd has to get loud as hell.
Exactly.
I know they're 4-7, but they're playing Green Bay. You have got to get loud because that place has been just an absolute graveyard. So if you want to win, jump out early and take care of your job on defense. Then you might have a realistic shot. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Green Bay right now. It's either Aaron Rodgers is going to be pissed off and make you pay the price for them being 7-4, or they're going to continue to struggle and you guys can win. And I think you guys can do it. Or can you?
Ooh. Let's wait and see. I can't wait to see Thursday night's game. Where are you going to watch it at?
I might go to the game. I'm not sure. But if not, I'll probably just watch it at home. Who knows?
Okay.
Drink a couple beers. Oh, Motor City Sports Rant, DetroitSportsPodcast.com. And here's Reggie Jackson from last Friday's loss to Oklahoma City for your listening pleasure.
Oh, Reggie Jackson. You're always going to lose calling out the fans. OKC showing the old boys some love. What are you going to do? Doc here for FanaticU.com, Detroit Sports official outfitter and the official outfitter of the Detroit Sports Podcast Network. Vinny, you do your Christmas shopping yet?
No.
Definitely go online, FanaticU.com. They got great deals on all the gear here in Detroit. Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Tigers, Michigan State. Our friends at Fanatic U have been taking care of us so much. We're thankful they're a sponsor of the podcast. And if you go shop online at fanaticu.com, when you check out, use the promo code DSP for Detroit Sports Podcast. Promo code DSP, and you'll save 15% off your entire order. Even an item that's on sale, it's on a clearance item, you can use the promo code and save an additional 15%. And from now until the end of December, December 31st, anybody at all that enters the promo code DSP, you'll be entered to win a $100 gift card. We'll do a drawing. We'll check the email list of anybody that makes a purchase online and that uses that promo code. And our friends at Fanatic U are kicking in a $100 gift card in a contest for one person who shops online and using the promo code DSP. It's available 24/7. Save money. Don't pay full price. Go visit fanaticu.com. Start your Christmas shopping and take care of all your shopping needs. If you have someone in your family that's big into Detroit sports, there's only one place to go. That's Detroit Sports official outfitter, fanaticu.com. And now back to Vinny Stubbs on the Motor City Sports Rant.
Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. Just one mistake.
Is that off the top of your head? Damn, you're pretty sharp. Motor City Sports Rant, DetroitSportsPodcast.com. We got to get to this right now.
What's up? What's on deck, sir?
Dude, the Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. That was just atrocious.
That was a butt whooping. Did you expect that?
No, absolutely not. I don't think anybody expected that.
Ooh, I know. I didn't think I was actually, as everyone knows, I'm a big Michigan State supporter, graduate, and I love Michigan State. So watching that, I was just sitting back, having some beer and going, hey now, this is great. 111,000 people, kind of quiet. And Ohio State took the recipe, took the formula that it takes to beat Michigan, run the damn ball down their throats,
dude,
and they kicked their ass. I loved it.
They beat the living dog shit out of the Wolverines.
It was awesome.
That was brutal. They could not stop a run to save their damn lives.
And even Brady Hoke brought in teams that were worse than this team, and they played better versus Ohio State. And then everyone across the country. And Adam's like, oh, you guys, you Sparty guys are so now acting like Michigan guys. You're so outrageous. You're so classless. But all you got to do is all you got to do is put it in context. Everybody nationally, everybody locally was like, Michigan's back. Michigan's back. They're the best. Even when they started winning and they shut out all those teams back to back to back, those 3 games.
All right, calm down.
Yeah, they were like
first year. Hey, by the way, I told you they were going 9-3.
Listen, everyone said Michigan's back. Well, guess what? After that performance versus your rival, Michigan ain't back. Michigan will be back when you actually play the teams that are important and get a victory. Oh, great. Michigan ran out Lloyd Carr because he went 9-3, 10-2 every year, and didn't win national title. They ran that boy out, and you go, oh, big whoop-de-doo.
Sack Christian Hackenberg a couple times, and all of a sudden you're the second coming of Jesus Christ, Sacramento.
Listen, I wait till the very end. Michigan State's about to play for a chance to get in the playoffs. I wait till the very end to kick rocks on Michigan.
Wow.
I sat back and waited, and I was patient, and now I get to sit back. We use my platform to say that Michigan ain't back. Show me a win. Don't go up against your biggest rival and lay down like a bitch. You laid down. In the third quarter, they were not able to stop them. They looked tired. They looked gassed. That's your biggest rival. You got to go 4 quarters strong, like hard. You got to go hard all 4 quarters.
They played good up to 2 minutes in the first quarter.
They played terrible. I thought we would see Michigan's best game, and in the end, you saw Ohio State's best game. If they played like that versus State, though, I know Ohio State would have won. But
Maybe
Michigan,
the weather really was a factor.
It was a factor, and their game plan was terrible. But in the end, Michigan's not back. 9-3 is not acceptable for Michigan. And so I agree with the
as opposed to last year. I'll take it. And I told you they're going to go 9-3 this year, and he told me I was on drugs. And they went 9-3, and I said it before the season started.
I'm very proud of you. You called it right. But what I'm saying is that 9-3
you're not proud of me.
Is not acceptable for Michigan. Michigan's an elite
in
program.
The first year.
Yes.
After what Dave Brandon did to that program, they go 9-3. I agree, they got their asses kicked by Ohio State, but come on, dude.
Listen, don't lower your expectations.
I'm not lowering shit. I'm telling you right now.
They should have beat Michigan. They screwed up mentally. They should have played better versus Utah.
They should have beat Michigan State, you mean?
Yes, they should have played. They should have beat.
That
Michigan
was the
State.
punter's fault.
They should have beat Michigan State. They should have played a lot better versus Ohio State. You can't get rolled at home like that. You cannot absolutely in your first game versus Urban Meyer. Have the Ohio State fans cheering. You see that big banner?
Dude. Welcome
home, Harbaugh, and that big red banner. That was sweet.
Wow. They got their salads tossed.
It was terrible.
Dude,
it was a terrible performance, and especially, knowing that the Michigan Nation was a little bit down because, Lloyd Carr's grandson passed away. I thought they picked their game up and played.
Is that what the Chad Strong thing is?
Chad Tough, yeah. It's an unfortunate story.
Yeah, it is, but I cannot continue to look at that picture on the internet. It's driving me insane.
It's tough. I teared up every time I looked at it. I don't know why I kept wanting to look at it, but
I didn't. Every time I see it, I get anxiety. I'm like, stop showing me this.
It was tough to watch, but Michigan didn't step up in the game, and
they weren't Chad tough enough.
I was devastated. I was actually so excited, not devastated. I was excited that Ohio State won, but I was super excited. I can't entertain it because it's easy to say that Harbaugh's here, he's going to do the best, and in the biggest game of the year for the Michigan program, that's what you show. I mean, I didn't expect them to win, but I didn't expect them to lay down. They laid down and they got rolled. And
dude, they got their balls swallowed.
They did.
Did you see what Joey Bosa did to your boy Jake Rudock?
Ooh, you see that picture?
Oh my God!
He's got like a minor sprain in his shoulder. He's expected to be back in the bowl game, but the one compliment you can pay to Michigan, though, is Jim Harbaugh did take Jake Rudock and improve him. You see that he is the quarterback whisperer, per se. He's a guy that can take a quarterback with average skills and make him something that's productive. But Michigan's got a long way to go. Remember, you played State and Ohio State at your house. Everyone's like, oh, Michigan's back. They expect a young quarterback to go into East Lansing. They expect a young quarterback to go into Ohio State and get victories next year, and you're adding tougher teams like Wisconsin. Give me a break. You're going to be 9-3 next year. I don't care. This narrative that Michigan's going to win the national title in 3 years. Give me a break. You're going to be all the Michigan fans are going to be watching Mark D'Antonio hoist the trophy this year. We're winning it all. We're not taking no prisoners anymore. Michigan State's playing their best football, and they're going to go and win the national title.
I told you that at the beginning of the year too,
and that's why I believe you. That's why
I was wrong. I was right on both teams.
You might be right.
I didn't really know much about college football until this year.
That's why I told Anna it's better to be wrong and shocked and happy than to be right.
I bet you guys didn't pay me homage on your podcast saying I predicted both.
I will this week. You got it.
Won't.
Yes, I will.
I want you to open up the show and say, okay. Adam, I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
That is Jesus of podcasting.
So if you want to hear the Doc and Jock podcast that comes out every single week on Thursday, that will be the open. I will give you a props. How about Michigan State? You give them a chance versus Iowa?
Yeah, I think they're going to beat them. I think they're on a mission from God, dude, like the Blues Brothers.
I can't help because I'm a Lions fan, and if Adam asked me, why don't you always pick...
you are a Lions fan.
I don't. Adam always says, why don't you pick Sparty? Why don't you pick Michigan State? Why don't you puff your chest out? It's because not only am I a Spartan fan, I'm a Lions fan. So that combination just is so toxic to the mental mind that I still think that they might lose to Iowa. They might not play their best because Iowa's a decent team. They're also looking to be, they're looking at it as they're being disrespected as well. Michigan State might come into the game ranked number 4 in the college football playoff. They might be coming in with all the hype. Michigan State's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Iowa's like, hey, everybody, back to train up. We're undefeated. Where's the love? Everyone's going to be, I believe, picking the Spartans to win this game, and Iowa's going to be a pain in the butt. It's not going to be no easy task, and they're going to play their best football because, hey, remember, if they play good, they get into the playoffs. So this is a big test for Michigan State. If they play their best and I'm hoping it's a great performance on Saturday. They have a strong chance. But, I'm sitting here hoping, cheering my little heart out that Connor Cook and the run game and the passing game plays great. And what makes me happy is that Iowa's a run team, and that's our strength. So
No, that's not your strength.
Our strength is
You let
run
a guy
defense.
named Saquon Barkley run for 103 yards. Dude, that guy's name is Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that guy's name is Saquon? That is the most insane, great, phenomenalist, just tremendous. Dude, I have no words.
Saquon.
Saquon.
What I'm saying,
I love his name.
What I'm
and
saying
God
is
bless you.
the Spartan defense and
Saquon.
their defensive line is effective at stopping the run. So we're going to have a chance to stop their offense and give us some extra possessions. That's my opinion. I don't think Iowa's going to be able to run the ball on Sparty. That's
Did you
my
get
opinion.
hard when Jack Allen got a touchdown?
Ooh, I was like, I love that video. I love that. I love that video, dude. They actually ran the ball to their center, and they weren't able to stop him. Penn State, what a joke!
Wow.
They weren't able to stop a center running into the end zone. That was a great video.
Penn State hasn't been anything since the departure of Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, it's with the additions of Penn State, early on they were okay, but with the additions of Rutgers and Maryland, they haven't done much to add to the Big Ten. I
How
don't
the
think
hell did you guys lose to Nebraska, dude?
it's on the road. They always play us tough.
Oh my God. Ah, yeah, I think you guys are going to beat Iowa, dude. Take care of business. Stop that run. Shut it down. Be the defense you know you can be. And, dude, Connor Cook is ready for the NFL. My
Yeah.
goodness gracious. That guy is just a monster. And I hate Michigan State, but I got to give it to you. The guy's spreading the ball all around. Burbridge, Shelton, Price, you name it. The guy is just taking care of business. And their running game didn't really do too well, did it? Nah, they went over 100 yards rushing combined, right?
Mhm.
Holmes and Scott.
Mhm.
I know you're rock about Jack Allen.
I'm excited.
Sweating profusely over here.
I'm just excited that one 60-minute game away from Michigan State getting into the playoff.
Right.
I mean, it's only the second year into this whole, 4-team college football playoff, and I would just love to sit there and talk to Michigan fan and just be like, "Hey, now we're here." And what
Dude,
if?
calm down.
What if
bro.
Michigan
Seriously,
State-
You're starting to piss me off.
What
I know
if-
you're optimistic, but Jesus Christ.
What if Michigan State gets there and they play another great game in that playoff and they get to that title game? I got to take it East Lansing, bro, because there ain't no party like a Sparty party. If we win it all, I'm talking about something that you will never experience in your wildest dreams will happen. Cedar Village. Ooh, it'll be a fun time. Even
What kind
me,
of noise is that?
Even I can probably, even a married guy like myself, balding, could get some action on a night
needs-
when they won the title.
That needs to be a new drop.
Yeah, hell no. Hey now. Ooh. Oh. I'm telling you, man. Have you ever gone to Cedar Village at Michigan State?
No, dude, I have not. I don't have a life.
Dude, you have to experience it.
I don't even think I've ever gone to a party once in my entire life.
You have to go to Michigan State.
Really?
Even
I'll have to try it out.
even us old timers can go out there, have a great time.
I hate people, John. I can't be around large crowds. I'll lose my mind.
Oh, we got to fix that.
I get really bad anxiety around people.
All right, so we're defeating Iowa.
Saquon Bark. Yes. You have the spread on that?
I don't know the spread at all.
You haven't checked it out?
No, I'm not a big gambler. I'm just gonna cheer my little heart out. I'm going to a Christmas party. My wife's work's having a Christmas party, so do a little bowling, watch the game, and cheer my little heart out.
Right. Well, I think if Michigan State shuts the run down and does their Connor Cook does his thing.
We got a big chance.
Damn you bastards. I knew it.
You knew it too.
I knew it at the beginning of the year.
Well, I do believe that in the end they're going to do it, and they're going to make everybody proud. They're going to walk away with the Big Ten, championship, and they're going to make everybody happy. And I'm going to be the biggest supporter. We're going to have a good time. And let's segue into talking about the news of the day.
Damn, Michigan dropped 9 spots.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
the Tigers have opened up the checkbook for.
Oh, thank God you just brought that up, dude. Because I told it was slipping my mind.
They busted the checkbook out. I can't believe that they're going to spend $110 million, $22 million for a guy just 4 years removed from Tommy John surgery. And he came off of a season where he wasn't that great, 13-10, 3.66 ERA. So I'm thinking along the lines that I'm cautiously optimistic about the signing, but what the Tigers are trying to do, Vinny, and don't get fooled, they're trying to do a little bit of PR. At the press conference, Mike Ilitch said, "Oh yeah, we're going to spend and we're going to do the best we can."
They are spending.
They are spending, but if you're going to bust open the bank account, why would you do that on Jordan Zimmerman? Why not just go out there and go for Zach Greinke, go for David Price, go for the guy that's going to cost you maybe a little bit more? So what they're really doing is they're trying to fit the budget with guys that they can realistically afford at a lower price. Because remember, you're going to put some money in the starters, but you're going to roll an outfield of Ghosts, Cameron Maben, and JD
I
Martinez.
can't believe Cameron Maben's back.
And he's making $8 million a year.
What?
$8 million.
I didn't even know that.
Your center field likely is going to be Ghost, Cameron Maben, and J.D. Martinez.
Cameron Maben can't even hit his weight.
Ghost can't hit your weight.
I know that.
Unbelievable.
What do you mean I'm 180? He's batted like 210.
So the Tigers made a move, and a lot of people are excited that Jordan Zimmerman's going to be slotted in between JV and Anibal Sanchez.
Right.
And the good thing about him, the pluses that he brings are he hasn't missed one start in 4 years.
Really?
Not at all. So, but the problem is, though, his productivity last year wasn't good, and his miles per hour, a lot of people will say, don't worry about that. Don't read too much into it. He's a solid pitcher. His miles per hour did go down on average from 93.9 to 93. But he does have a solid fastball. He can get guys out. The plus is that he's going to pitch a lot of his games at Comerica. So if he pitches to contact, some of those home runs that he gave up last year are going to be outs at Comerica Park. So I do believe that they scouted him and they feel like he's a solid fit for Comerica Park. So if he can get us 15 to 18 wins, that's the going rate, unfortunately. I don't agree with the fact that a number 2 or number 3 pitcher nowadays in Major League Baseball gets you $22 million. Are you serious? 13 wins last year, Vinny. 13 wins and a 3.66 ERA got
I'd
you.
rather have had Doug Fister, dude. Are you going to let me talk on this issue or not?
I want to get your opinion.
You're covering everything, and then you're looking at me and you want me to respond.
I want you
to. Just covered the entire Major League Baseball.
I want to know, what do you think about Jordan Zimmerman coming to the Tigers?
Let me tell you, I like it. I do. I mean, I don't dislike it. He went 13-10 last year with a 3.66 ERA, but the team. Let me praise myself once again. The team was predicted to go to the World Series with the best pitching staff in all of baseball. And what did I say? They're not going to the playoffs.
Right. You would pick them to finish 81 and 81.
No, I don't know if I predicted. Oh yeah, I did.
You did.
I'm a genius, John.
Actually,
I literally am.
Why do you think I have you on the podcast?
I'm an idiot savant, dude.
You are an idiot for sure. Idiot savant.
That's great.
You like the move?
I like the move. You are right. I will say it was a PR stunt. I mean, they were blowing this thing up. I'm like, the guy went 13-10 last year, but the entire team struggled as a whole, so it's not really his fault. I'd rather have Doug Fister than Jordan Zimmerman. David Price, they would have been more, but $22 million a year, you said?
$22 million.
That's too much.
5 years guaranteed. 5 years,
and
$22 million.
Dude, he's old as hell. He could. Let's hope that Jordan Zimmerman's not Adam Wainwright of last year, and K-Rod is not Joe Nathan, because it could be a recipe for disaster, especially with Brad Ausmus as the manager, dude. The guy is a shit for brains. Are they bringing back Joaquin Soria?
No, I think the talk early on when it started was his numbers are too much. They have a budget, and today when Mike Ilitch was asked, are you going to maybe go above that luxury tax threshold? He said, we come up to it, but I'm not going to go over the threshold and not pay any luxury tax.
They need okay. They're done with everything right now.
No, they're not.
Do something at the All-Star break. Get bullpen help. That's all I care about right now.
Exactly.
Ghost and Maben, whatever. I don't give a damn. Struggle with those two shit for break. I don't care. Get to the All-Star break over 500, and then you get yourself an outfielder. I want bullpen. I want 2 guys at least. The bullpen is atrocious. It's been bad. It was always been bad with Dombrowski, and that's why Leyland can never win it. It was because of the bullpen, and it's worse now. And that's the only reason that Ausmus is still here. Otherwise, his ass would have been fired, which I think he's going to be fired at the end of this year anyway. Or is he? Listen, it's going to be Verlander, Sanchez, Zimmerman's going to be the 3rd guy. You got Danny Norris. Who's your number 5 guy?
That is the question mark. Some people are saying maybe they make an offer to Doug Fister to bring him back, but you have a lot of pieces in play here that are already on your roster.
We need bullpen, dude.
It could be Boyd. It could be Shane Green.
Boyd's
it could be
trash.
Kyle Lobstein.
Oh, they're all. Lobstein's all right. He's inconsistent, but dude, Green and who'd you say before him? Boyd. Oh my God, bro, they're terrible.
So some of those pieces may not be used as starters anymore. Maybe you take Boyd or you take Fulmer, you put them in the bullpen and add to it.
What happened to the 2 guys they got from the Mets for Yoenis Cespedes?
That's what I'm saying. They're still there.
Are they going to do anything?
Yeah, they're going to be effective. Don't worry. I think that what you have right now is a solid 4 starting pitchers. You got Justin Verlander, who emerged at the end of last year. You're going to have Zimmerman, Anibal Sanchez, and you have Daniel Norris, who survived cancer.
Come on,
thank goodness.
He had like a speck of cancer. Come on.
He survived it.
So what?
So now you got a guy that did show flashes, and then now you just got to fill in that number 5. Maybe you have him on the roster. Maybe you still go out and get a guy a little bit cheaper to fill out that number 5. You can't have all-stars, all 5 pitchers, but that rotation can be solid. What you got to worry about, though, is that outfield and that, you can't, I don't think you can be effective.
No, Alfredo Simone's going to be their 5-starter, dude. I forgot about him.
He hasn't been signed yet. I don't know, dude.
Dude, I hate his guts.
His
bro.
numbers didn't really impress me all that much last year.
What
so
were you saying? I'm sorry.
I'm
Every
saying
time I think of Alfredo Simone.
I'm saying that you have to start worrying about that outfield a little bit. Ghosts, Maben, JD. JD obviously is going to carry his weight. He's a solid hitter, but Ghosts and Maben.
What about Rajay Davis? Where's he at?
Because they signed Maben to $8 million.
Is it a 1-year deal?
I'm not sure what the remaining terms of his contract are, but Rajay Davis is the odd man out. They're going to let him go. Probably he's going to get an offer somewhere else. So that outfield you got to worry about. So can you get stuff?
God.
Can you get stuff from Nick Castellanos? I don't know.
No, not on offense. Oh, you mean trade him?
No, I'm saying, do you think he struggled last year?
He did?
He did struggle.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You don't remember? Yeah, he was so quiet that you didn't know he was on the team.
I know.
So, the team has some holes that are a little bit concerning. And you got to remember, last year they finished last in the division. How disappointing is that?
It's pretty disappointing, dude.
Yeah, I just don't. Right now, with the Tigers, it's one of those things where you feel like, okay,